What's going on, guys? This is Francisco with Covenant Dispatch LLC, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time visiting this channel, I hope you've enjoyed the content that you've seen so far. And if this is your first video, do me a favor, right under this video, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and then lastly, hit that notification bell so that you can be alerted for when we post future videos, when we go live, and those sorts of things. Speaking of YouTube Live, this Friday, which is October 10th, we're going to be doing what I labeled and titled as a 7-day Blitz webinar week. So we're going to host webinars live from our YouTube channel. And it's going to be so much fun. Each day we're going to cover a different topic in the area of freight dispatching. If you're new to the industry, or maybe you want to optimize your company or whatever, we're going to cover all sorts of topics, marketing, really deep topics. And I can't wait. We're going to do a Q&A after each video. And so I can't wait for that. So it's going to start this October 10th on this Friday, October 10th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so I could let my friends on the West Coast get time to get home and stuff. They're 3 hours behind. And we have a lot of people from the West Coast that view our videos. So be tuned in for that. I can't wait for that. We're going to put the link to register into the loop for email, to register your email so that we can keep you updated and in the loop. But either way, just show up to the actual training on Friday. And we're going to do 7 days nonstop. We're going to do a giveaway each and every day. So we're going to give away a course, and we're going to do a cash giveaway, maybe $50, $100, who knows. But we're definitely going to do a giveaway every single day of the webinar, 7-day Blitz week, and I can't wait for it. So be tuned in for that. Again, October 10th, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's get right into this video. So as you can see in the title and the thumbnail, I titled it, I want to show you guys a visual of what it looks like to practically, possibly make 6 figures as an independent freight dispatcher. And so the whiteboard gives me a better opportunity to show you guys visually. I think a lot of people are visual learners. And whenever I do a YouTube video with a whiteboard, I feel like people enjoy it more because people are visual learners, and I love doing the whiteboard because it helps me break it down, and then I feel like a 5th grade teacher for about 10 minutes. So, but let's get right into this video. We're gonna title it 6-figure dispatch business, right? So obviously that's gonna be for the year. Now, what does that look like? Well, before we get into anything, no matter what industry or business you're in, you have to have a goal so that you know what you're going towards. So let's just say for this particular, goal, you're looking to get 5 carriers, because the bread and butter of any independent freight dispatcher obviously is the owner operators, the carriers. So let's say your goal is 5, right? So we're gonna put carrier 1, carrier 2, carrier 3, carrier 4, and carrier 5, right? So 5 carriers, right? That's your goal. I abbreviated LPW as loads per week. So this is your average, basically, load per week. Let's just say your average load per week for each carrier is 4. Now, this is like a good average. Obviously, things can fluctuate depending on the circumstance. ALP is average load pay. So let's just say your average load pay for each load was about $1,500. Now, there's loads that pay more than that, of course. So again, this is just an average. Now, let's say your commission. This is how you get paid, right? As an independent freight dispatcher, for the most part, you're charging a percentage of the gross amount that you book for each carrier. So let's just say, for example, on average, you charge 8%, right? Now, and that's going to include all of them, right? So your weekly end, and I'm going to put G here for gross. So your weekly end gross, if you were to multiply 4 times 1,500, is $6K per each, carrier. So that's 6,000 times 5. So if you wanted to know your gross for each and every carrier based on the loads per week and the average load pay, it doesn't take rocket scientists, doesn't take a degree in math. You're going to multiply that times 5, and you're going to get 30K per week. Now, obviously, you're not getting paid 30K per week, but you booked that much freight and volume when it comes to pay. So this is the gross that you've accumulated between all the 5 carriers. Now, if you want to see what you get paid, you're going to take that 8% commission, and you're going to take 30K, and you're going to multiply that times 0.08, and you're going to get, let me use my calculator here. I should know this off the top of my head, but I don't. You're going to get about $2,400 per week. So far, with 5 carriers, averaging 4 loads per week, with an average load pay of $1,500, you're looking at $2,400 per week. Now let's keep going. Let's multiply that times 4, and we're gonna get $9,600 per month. Looking good so far, $9,600 per month. Now, let's cap it all off to the point of this video and multiply that $9,600 a month times 12, and we're gonna have it a grand total of $115,200 for the year, which would complete our 6-figure goal. And again, this is all just averaged out information. Obviously, things can fluctuate. You have a carrier that, doesn't do too well one week, or maybe one calls off, or maybe one quits. Obviously, you're not capping yourself to 5 carriers, but this is just a hypothetical, practical, visual explanation as to how you can make 6 figures in a year, doing it as an independent freight dispatcher. And again, this is a flexible position. This is something that you can do. I remember one time my wife and we went on a trip to Florida, and I brought my laptop with me. And because I set it up a little bit bad, the first like 2 days was a little rough. But then once I got into my flow, everything was pretty easy relatively. And so flexibility. I was on the beach, and I had Wi-Fi where I was at, and I was able to book loads while I was on the beach. And again, it's not all peaches and cream like that at all times. That was actually a relatively good week for me. But I'm just letting you know, this is the flexibility that you're able to have. Now let's just say you didn't. So this is 115,200, right? Let's just say you subtract 15,200. You're still clearing your 100,000 6-figure goal. Considering, let's say, again, a carrier does bad one week, or they don't average as much, or whatever the case may be. But even if you cleared, let's just say 70,000 for the year as an independent freight dispatcher, that's still not bad. Let me look up really quick what the average, because I want to see what you would make nationally. So it says that the national average annual salary is $53,000. $53,490. So even if you made 70,000, you're still clearing about 20,000 more above the national average. This is what makes this industry so awesome. And I have so many other videos on this channel. We're breaking down more detailed things like startup equipment that you need, the cost, what it looks like to book a load and all that stuff. I wish I could just dish that all out in this video, but really for this video, I just wanted to give you a practical visualization of what it would look like to achieve your goal of 6-figure dispatch business with just 5 carriers. Now, these odds become better the more carriers you add. Obviously, the numbers become better. So, and obviously you don't cap yourself at 5 carriers. You want to grow from there and keep going, then outsource it. And so anyways, in saying all this, I hope this video helped you guys out. But more than that, I want to give you guys a free training. Under this video, there's going to be a link, and it's going to be entitled Free Training. Download that free training. We'll send it to you immediately once you sign up for it. And that video is going to give you a lot of practical things and help you out. We have an independent freight dispatcher course. All those links will be in the description under our video, but I'm not pitching the course to you. We actually have a free training that you could just watch that. And if you like it, then you can entertain the idea of getting the course. But a lot of people have signed up. We've helped over 700 people start their own independent freight dispatch business. And it's just been a blessing. It's been awesome seeing people's progress and how they've started. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Send it to someone you know it might like. I want to see you October 10th, Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to have so much fun for those 7 days, and I can't wait to see you guys there. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video.